So, welcome back everybody. Today we're going to do a walk around. It is the 23rd of July, so about halfway through summer. I'm kind of going to show you what we got going on, what's growing, what's not, and just give you an overall update on the garden. Alright, so I'll give you a quick overall view of how my garden is kind of laid out. That's the garden back there. There's my daughter walking around, taking the cat for a walk. Alright, so I'll start over here with the herb garden. Now the herb garden has gotten a little wild. Got some weeds in it. We need to work on it some. But you can see there's a couple things going on that are kind of neat. One, we have, let's see here. Right here, this is stevia. And then of course down here we got oregano, which is going crazy. And then also some mint, which I did not realize that mint actually flowers, which is kind of neat. But and then of course we got some weeds here and there that need to get pulled out, and it needs to get cleaned up a bit. This is a little bit of milkweed right here, and that's really good for butterflies, by the way. Monarch butterflies, that's the only place they'll lay their eggs. Alright, so coming back around here, I have our raspberries, which made a ton of raspberries, but they have gotten completely carried away. Something I got to go ahead and clear out, cut back, and figure out how to reproduce a few. Down here, you can see in the pot that I have a baby Loquat tree coming up, starting to grow. I started them off back here, and the raspberries kind of went crazy. But I decided to go ahead and just let them grow. They seem to be doing quite well, so really there's no point in not letting them grow there. Actually, I have one planted out front. Over here, this is a blackberry that one of my daughter's friends gave me. And then in here, I have Brazilian cherry from seed. And then over here are a couple of Brazilian cherries that I started from cuttings. Now I actually pulled up the cuttings. I had several, and I thought I was doing well and pulled them out because they looked nice and green and everything. But as it turns out, they were not growing at all, and they were just taking up the water from the soil and really not getting much of anything done at all. So hopefully as time goes on, I'll get some roots on them. Over here I have one of my two avocado trees, and they're doing okay. It's actually come up about a foot so far this year. Hopefully it'll grow. And I will tell you that growing avocados from seed will take a long time. So be prepared for anywhere from 7 to 10 years. Kind of like pears. I guess when you plant pears for your heirs. Down here I have Egyptian spinach. And then in between the two Egyptian spinach plants, I have a zinnia that's trying to grow. Not doing real well here, but this is very, very sandy dirt. You can see over here, it just rained, so it's kind of moist, but you can kind of see not a lot wants to grow back here. I put a lot of wood chips, they've rotted down, seem to be doing well. My apple tree, this apple tree is, I want to say, see, we probably planted it in 2016, so that'd make it about 4 years old. Not doing great. I do have a, you can see the little silver thing. That is my attempted air layer in it. We'll see if it works out or not. And then of course some more of the Egyptian spinach. Really tasty green. Some blueberries in the back. A pigeon pea trying to grow up, come up. And some more blueberries there. Over here I have a pepper plant here, and then more zinnias, and the strawberry patch. This strawberry patch has done very well. You can see that it's starting to spread out. Got little runners coming out all over the place, which is really cool. But all of that was started from seeds from our existing strawberries. And then what we did is basically put them on a paper towel in a plastic bag, a damp paper towel, and let them basically grow from there. And all of that was started from the seeds of strawberries. So you don't have to go buy strawberry plants in order to get your strawberries growing. Alright, and then here we have the Cranberry Hibiscus, which is really good in salads. Doing quite well. Our olive tree, this olive tree has done so much better than the other one. Not really sure why though. I think I get more water on this one. But it's doing very well. It seems to like it a lot. Some more Egyptian spinach, more zinnias. This tomato plant, which I've kind of let go because, well, it's called Candyland tomato, and they're just not that good. Not really concerned about them because the taste is meh, so-so. Not really something I'm excited about, so kind of let it go. It'll eventually rot down and die. So over here we have my apple tree, and around it we have the beginnings of a guild. We have some rosemary there, and then over here I have some comfrey. You see the comfrey right there. It's barely starting up. That was a shoot I took off of the other one. And then over here we have some chives, some basil. That stick there was a mustard, which I have let go to seed. Over here you'll see there's another basil plant starting off. What used to be a cucumber plant, but it just petered away and died. And then of course my strawberries back there. This is the beginnings of a good solid guild around my apple tree. I need to get some more attractors. I'm trying to find something that's going to draw pollinators in the springtime. And over here I have some interesting things. Right here you have my oh shoot, what's it called? The purple fruits. Anyway, but my tomatoes, you can see, are dying back hard. They've gotten a lot of bugs. If you look at this here tomato, it's all soft, and the bugs have gotten to it. There's just nothing really good on that tomato. But inside the garden, I have a little bit of longevity spinach there, and then a few other plants, my pigeon peas, which are trying to make it back. A little bit of amaranth growing, which you can kind of see starting to flower out a little bit. More pigeon peas there. Over here I have my pineapple basil, or no, not pineapple basil, what's it called? At any rate, I've got a few other things growing up in here. I really like these, which are the African mint potatoes. It's supposed to be an excellent ground cover, and it has really expanded. I got one little tiny plant. I was really concerned about it initially, but that plant has done very well. All right. Again, more tomatoes dying back. I think the bugs are getting to them. And this peach tree, which has not done very well this year. I'm starting to get a little more growth on it now, but you can see a lot of the sticks at the top are dead. So I'm going to have to cut that back this year and try and figure out what's going on there. I need to get some more of a guild type thing going on there around it. Hopefully that'll help. Over here is another tree. This one is actually the nectarine. Yeah, this is my nectarine tree. Just got it this year. It's looking good so far. Got a lot of new growth on it. Some more Egyptian spinach and amaranth. I got it growing everywhere. A little bit of bee balm back there, which makes really pretty flowers. Of course, another pigeon pea. Some of these tomatoes over here are doing a little better, but like that one there, again, it's just gone. But that happens here in the summertime. Like I said, it's the middle of summer, so we'll see as things go on. Hopefully, probably start some seedlings here this week, and then hopefully get some new plants out towards the middle of August. My lemon tree, it's got a few good lemons growing on it. Didn't really make a lot of lemons this year. but it is actually producing a lot of leaves, a lot of tree. So, which is really what I'm looking for right now anyway. And then behind that is some pomegranates. Alright. And then some more Egyptian spinach. And this is my ice cream banana, which I just bought this year. It's a little tiny shoot, and it's already grown, what, about 2 foot? So I'm very pleased with that. Over here's kind of sort of my pepper garden. And a little bit of eggplant back behind the peppers. That's the plant I was looking for earlier. Alright, my eggplant. That's the standard Black Beauty eggplant, which I've not got a fruit off of yet. A little more amaranth, some yellow banana peppers, some cayenne peppers, which are growing huge long. I've never seen them grow quite that long. You can probably see there. Let me see if I can get you in a little closer here. Well, those peppers are just, I mean, you can kind of see they're as long as my hand, which I'm used to the, you know, about 3-inch variety, but that's cool. I mean, I'm real excited about those. We will dry those and make them into powder. And then these are the mammoth jalapenos. Some more longevity spinach back there. Another baby pigeon pea. And my fig tree is actually doing very well this year. I paid more attention to watering, but you can see up underneath there that we actually have a fig growing. If I can get it focused in there. Oh, maybe. Well, maybe not. I don't know. At any rate, so that's our fig tree. It's doing a lot better. This is the Shia Fig. And we have a few more babies coming up in there. You can kind of see them. Another one right over here. A little baby fig right there. So we're getting some figs. Over here I have my brown turkey fig. Of course, some more of the Egyptian spinach there. And we've already eaten a couple figs off of that. And you can see, look right up in there, we've got a ton of figs coming in. So they're doing very well this year. That's the one I transplanted because it wasn't getting enough sun. It seems to really be doing a lot better. Lemongrass is going nuts, which I kind of like because in the afternoon it shades this side of the garden, which really needs to be weeded. Down inside of here, if you look closely, you can see I got some Bok Choy, which is looking pretty good. It's trying to grow up. Kind of leaving stuff around it to a certain extent. There's two more back in the back. Let some of the stuff grow for now because I'm hoping it'll shade it and let it grow a little better. And then this is the Ichiban eggplant. It's a Japanese type eggplant. We've gotten several small eggplants off of it. It makes the long skinny eggplants really nice. They taste excellent. We have not gotten one of the Black Beauties to grow yet, so I can't compare it. And I've never been a real big eggplant eater, so we'll find out as time goes on which one is the preferable. But we really do like the Shia one. The long skinny ones, they're really nice and work great in stir fries and such. Down here, well, that's another plant. It's the kiwi. This kiwi, we bought several. It's the only one that survived, and it's just barely surviving. I had always heard that they were like crazy growers and they just went nuts. That has not been our experience so far. This one has just barely survived year to year. This has been in there for at least 3 years. My grapevine on the other side, however, has gone crazy. I actually planted this year. And man, if you look at that, that is my best grapevine by far. I'm really liking it. My corn patch, which I will do a video here shortly with me hoeing it all in. But the corn's actually come up very well. Problem with the corn has always been whether or not we can get the ears to actually develop without getting eaten away completely by bugs. And then back over here, I have my cucumber patch, which are coming in nicely. Again, need some weeding. But I've actually got all of the cucumbers I planted have come up and seem to be doing fairly well so far. I'm hoping we'll get a second crop of cucumbers this year. Alright, so back over here, things have kind of gone a little wild. First off, I have some more, and probably the best patch of the longevity spinach right there. It's doing very well. My wife just loves it. Let's see if I can get it. A little dark there. Let's see. It seems to like the shade a lot better. There you go. Now you can see it a little better. So yeah, that's the longevity spinach back there. It's doing very well. Next to my asparagus, which supposedly you can't grow here in Florida, but it seems to be doing well so far. And then next to that, you see my moringa tree, which is doing very well. I've got moringa leaves everywhere. I'm going to try and get some more of them. I'll cut that back again this year and try and get a few more growing. Decent shade, not great so far, but it actually helps to shade the garden somewhat. And then the guava, man, the guava has gone nuts. You can see there's 42 tons of guava on this tree. I mean, they are everywhere. I'm not even sure what we're going to do with them all. There's so many. And once again, a lot of weeds, but it seems to be doing very well. I hate to knock the weeds down too much, but I think I probably will here shortly. Because as you can see, they're starting to seed out. You see the little flowers in there. And as they seed out, they actually go a little crazy. Alright, and then down there, you can see, oh, hang on one second, I got an itch. Gosh, man, I really need to start putting labels up. Can't tell you what it is. My zucchini back there, trying to grow, haven't really done great. They're starting to spread a little bit, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Alright, and then there's some ginger back in amongst the weeds there. Alright, some more of the lemongrass here. My bunching onions, which have come back year over year over year. We mostly use the tops, just for drying and such. A few carrots over here. Back here is my butterfly garden, which for some reason I don't have any butterflies right now. Alright, but I've got a couple of big ones, and that seems like they come around more in the fall. And then of course my compost bin. And then my various trees. Well, let me show you the peppers first. This is my original strawberry patch, actually. Let me show you that first. With the cage on it. It's just not done really great this year. Got a very few of the strawberries, and it hasn't really spread or grown much. The other one has done so much better. So here shortly, I'm going to start taking some of the strawberries from that patch and bringing them over here. I did make one addition, which is the one small plant. Let's see if I can get you in on it. That plant right there, which is an ever-bearing strawberry. So I'm hoping that'll actually take and start to spread out. We'll see how it does. And then of course next to that there's some more of the sweet stuff. And then here is my pepper patch, along with some different types of basil. These pepper plants are anywhere from 2 to 3 years old, the ones in the back. Still producing peppers. Alright, they froze, looked like they died back, and yet here they are, still producing peppers. And good peppers, very tasty. Then I bought some new plants. I actually bought the starts and put them in, and they're starting to put out some leaves and some tiny peppers now. So we'll see how that all works out. And then one more of the hot cayenne peppers there. This is supposed to be a banana pepper, and for whatever reason, it has just not done well here. I don't know what it is, but it really does not like it here. I may eventually move it, we'll see. But yeah, so I've been a little disappointed with that. Let's see, we'll go back over here. There's my one Loquat tree, full grown. And of course my smaller one here. And then my Mulberry trees, which produced a lot of mulberries this year. They're still getting a few here and there. Might be able to see that one right there. But for the most part, it's just doing leaves now and regrowth. Back here, I attempted to do a video on this. This is actually a hugelkultur mound. And for whatever reason, the files got corrupted and I just could not get that video to work out. So we'll work on another one. I got to make another one here in this area. So I'll do a video when I do that, show you how to make it. But in here, I have Seminole pumpkin and I have watermelon. And you can see the watermelons are starting to look pretty good size, pretty nice. A little bit of pinto beans in the back just for some nitrogen. And this pigeon pea, I'm not sure exactly how it started there, but it actually started. So it's been doing well. So also up in here you find that we've got a few little baby Seminole pumpkins just starting. I'll have to look at the date. You see they're just there at the bottom of that flower. Just now starting to kind of come in. I had one, but it kind of rotted back. So we'll see how that all works out. Of course, then there's that pigeon pea. Over here I have my elderberries. Now elderberries are really good for you, but they just don't make a lot of fruit. I'll be honest with you. But I dug all this out, cut it all back, and found that I had 3 of them actually. I thought I only had 2. But you can kind of see the elderberries that the birds have left me, like 2 of them. But we've gotten a few of them off this year, but I'm trying to get the trees to kind of grow up and really become fruitful. So hopefully that'll happen. And then my pond out back, of course. Over here, we planted a pecan tree. And it's just a little baby. And it might take 10 years before it actually produces pecans. But once it does, it'll be a good thing for a couple reasons. We'll have not only pecans for us, but hopefully to keep the squirrels off the rest of the garden. My brush pile, my swing. And then this is the basic garden I showed you how to dig. Got a few carrots left. Spinach did not do well. Radishes did not do well. It's just too hot, too late in the season. Same thing with the beets. But what is neat, I did actually get, well, not only the carrots to grow, but I also got this one here, which is another Loquat tree, which I'm not sure how it started there, but that's definitely a Loquat tree starting. So it's doing good so far. Hopefully I'll get that to grow and have another Loquat tree. I really like the Loquats. Then over here, I have my Kumquat tree, which is just now starting to really flower out and start producing. You can see, hopefully. Let me see here. Go. You can see on there that the little tiny baby kumquats. If I can get my camera to focus. Wow. Alright, but yeah, so I've got a few of them coming in. As we back away, you can kind of see I got a lot of blooms starting. This thing was just covered in kumquats last year. Alright. Here's my other olive tree, which like I said has not done great. I'm going to have to support that, get it standing up a little better. Another peach tree that for whatever reason just has not done fantastic. A lot of dead sticks. I had started somewhat of a guild on this with some lemon balm and a couple other flowers, but it just hadn't really done well. So we're going to have to see, you know, I need to get some more compost on it because I'm trying really hard not to use any kind of chemical fertilizers. Another pomegranate. This is a black cherry tree. So it's this is one I got as a stick, basically bare root tree, and it's slowly coming about. But the leaves tend to want to curl up like that, no matter how much I water it. I'm not really sure what that's all about. My pear tree, which I did the air layering on, which is still trying to grow. We got one pear, but like I read somewhere, you plant pears for your heirs, so it takes them a while to grow. My other peach tree, now the tree is looking fantastic. It's a nice solid tree, got a nice solid trunk, lots of leaves, but not a single peach, not a single one. My mulberry stand, which is more of a screen than anything else, got a few mulberries, but it seems to be like the second year is the better year for mulberries. And over here is my, oh gosh, what is that? I bought two different trees and I'm not sure which one this is. Yeah, this is a Florida gold peach, that's what it is. A Florida gold peach. I'm hoping that with all three of these peach trees being close together, they'll actually pollinate each other and maybe we'll get a little better production. Then my banana stand and my grapes. Got a lot of bananas, trees, but no bananas. That's one grape I planted this year. It's alive and doing okay, but again, not great. The leaves have kind of wanted to die off, and I'm not sure if it's just because of a lack of fertilizer, or if it's a lack of moisture, though I have been trying to water them pretty regular. They haven't done great. Got a lot of, looks like some kind of disease taking over. Got some new growth, but not a huge amount on any of them. I got a couple of grapes off them, but nothing major. They are growing though, and I'm figuring that once they actually fill out and grow up on my my stand as a whole, or my trellis, that they will shade themselves out and help out with the moisture problem. So let's go over here. What else do I want to show you? Oh yeah, I know what I want to show. A couple things over here. Now I will tell you that in my screened-in pool area, I have a lot of plants, which is kind of cool. Keeps the bugs off to a certain extent. Problem is, of course, all the leaves end up in the pool. This is a cherry tree, which I actually have, if you look up underneath there, a cherry growing. And I've had a couple of them, not a huge amount, but I've had a couple cherries actually get to fruiting out this year. And then a little bit more of the lemongrass, which I cut back here recently. Over here I got some longevity spinach, a little bit of the Suriname spinach. Another one of my Cranberry Hibiscus, and another pepper, in amongst a bunch of mint. The mint appears to help a lot with the ants. We did have an ant issue, and it seems to help. And then inside, I've got a whole bunch of stuff going on. I'm not going to get too carried away, but I built some shelves along here, basically to make it into my nursery. I got some pepper plants, I got some blueberries, I got a tomato plant I took from a stem that basically fell off. Just all kind of, some rosemary, some thyme, tomato plants over here, some roses and such and so forth. And then over here on the other side, this is my potato bag experiment. You can see the vines are starting to die back a little bit, which I'm kind of looking forward to. Once those die back completely, I'm going to go ahead and split that open and see what I have. Now, I would not recommend doing this in a pool. If you look down at the bottom there, you can see, hopefully, that the bag is completely rotted away at the bottom. And when I go to splitting that bag open, I'm going to have dirt everywhere, which as you can see is not far away from the pool. So I'm probably going to make a mess. I'm going to have to figure out how to do that without making too big a mess. Alright, and then back here I have my tree nursery essentially. I've got a couple of avocados. I've got a couple of lemon trees. I've got another loquat. And then my pear tree experiment, which I'll be honest with you, it died back quick. I'm hoping it didn't completely die, but we'll see. And then of course I've got more of the longevity spinach, which we really like, and so I'm trying to plant a bunch of it. And in the back I've got a cherry tomato plant that has yet to produce a tomato. It's gotten big. You can see it kind of going all up there and over here. Lots of leaves, but no tomatoes. Alright, but that's pretty much what I have happening right now. Hopefully this gives you an idea of what I got and the different things that I'm trying to get happening here. Alright, so that's what I've got growing. Like I said, it is the 23rd of July. It's been a pretty good year so far. Some things have done well, some things not so much. Either way, that's gardening. Thanks once again for stopping by. Like, subscribe, and grow something.